It is my honor and privilege to introduce Broad Run's graduation speaker, Mrs. Joanne Pearson, English Department Chair and teacher. While many of us complain about having to spend 4 years in high school, Mrs. Pearson has accomplished the remarkable. She has taught at Broad Run for 44 years. Doing the math, this means that she has spent more than 7,920 days and more than 63,360 hours at Broad Run High School. Now that's impressive. Every single year since it has opened, Mrs. Pearson has been a staple of Broad Run High School. Over this time, she has been the paragon of consistency, dedication, and commitment to her students. She has taught nearly every level of English and has changed more students' lives than most others have. Indeed, she considers her students to be her favorite feature of Broad Run, and the thing she is going to miss the most. Over the course of her career, Mrs. Pearson has been the English Department Chair for more than 30 years. She has taught for 2 years in Germany, where she taught GED classes to soldiers who didn't have their diplomas. And she has actually even taught on a school bus. If you thought overcrowding now was bad, imagine having buses instead of trailers. It's interesting to note Mrs. Pearson's deep roots to Loudoun County. She has lived here nearly all of her life. In fact, even currently residing in the house that has been with her family for generations. Her husband, and her children have all graduated from Loudoun County High School, a feat that is also quite remarkable. Moreover, Mrs. Joanne Pearson's legacy does not stop there. Her daughter, Beth, is now an English teacher in the county as well. Clearly, Mrs. Pearson has a deep love for teaching and guiding students. No matter their age or ability, she has taught them with the same amount of dedication, determination, and diligence. Having worked for all 4 principals of Broad Run, nobody knows the school better than her. And now, please welcome Joanne Pearson.
Dr. Hedrick, Mr. Hornberger, Mr. Anderson, distinguished platform guests, my fellow faculty members, especially my fellow English teachers, families, friends, and graduates. I really wanted to start tonight with one last short grammar lesson. No, maybe the one about not beginning sentences with the pronoun me. But tonight, it's not about me, it's about you, the class of 2013. Sometimes in the last 4 years, when you thought it was all about you, it really wasn't. But tonight it is. Tonight you are leaving Broad Run, but you are joining a very special group. Tonight you become alumni of Broad Run High School, a group that started in June of 1970 with the very first graduating class of Broad Run. And that class is very unique because since the opening of Loudoun County High School in 1954, that class is the only senior class that has ever opened a school. That class wanted to come to Broad Run. They looked at that new school that was box-shaped, that Clayton referred to as ancient, and they knew it was going to be a special place. They chose to come to Broad Run. They made it special from the very beginning. The first students at Broad Run literally came from all over eastern Loudoun. Now, there weren't many from Ashburn because there weren't many houses in bucolic Ashburn then. They came from Broad Run Farms, they came from Arcola, from Sterling, and that pretty new community known as Sterling Park. We didn't open with all the amenities and the facilities that new high schools have today, right, Dr. Hedrick? Heck, we still don't have a lot of those amenities at Broad Run. We have no wide, spacious hallways. We have no multiple computer labs. We have no turf athletic fields. And we have no expansive parking lots. But those are not the important things. It's the people who have made Broad Run a very special place. And it's that Spartan spirit that has carried us through the good and bad. You now join that group of alumni who chose to take that spirit out into the world. I have received numerous messages from alumni in the past few weeks, and they almost all say exactly the same thing. I haven't been back to Ashburn in a very long time, but I am still a Spartan at heart. And I take the lessons that I learned there and I use them in my everyday life. Now it's your turn to do the same thing. Many things have changed since that first class graduated, and things will change after you graduate. But there are lessons that will stay with you. They're not the grammar lessons, they're not the math lessons, they're life lessons. I have learned a few myself while at Broad Run, and I'd like to share just a few that I think might help you. A very good teacher friend of mine always says to his students, show up every day and do the work. It's as simple as that. I imagine that some students who are not here with you tonight wish they had done that. This principle applies to everything that you do, your future education, the military, a job, your family. It sets a pattern and it lets people know that you can be dependent upon. Remember, no one owes you anything. In the real world, there are no 50 floors, there are no makeup tests, and there are no appeals to decisions that you don't like. It's all up to you now. Show up and do the work. Another lesson, learn from your mistakes. You will make them, we all make them. One of the most embarrassing mistakes I ever made was at another Broad Run graduation. This one was on the football field at Broad Run. As the senior sponsor, I assigned National Honor Society students to count the diploma covers and put them on the stage. Apparently, those National Honor Society students weren't very good at counting. Because when we started giving out the diplomas, there were more graduates than there were diploma covers. And no one was happy with me that night. But you can rest assured that for every graduation after that, I personally counted and recounted those diploma covers. Some mistakes are more serious than others, but don't make it worse than it is. There is always someone willing to help you. Don't be afraid to ask for help if you need it. Don't be afraid to give help if someone else needs it. And to echo what Mr. Anderson said earlier, I think most of you registered to vote this year. Follow through with that. Pay attention to elections, not just national elections, but your local elections. Know who's running for your Board of Supervisors. Know who's running for your school board. Voter apathy is appalling in local elections, and these people are the ones who make decisions that directly impact you on a daily basis. Know what's going on and take advantages of the opportunities you have for input. And to echo Dr. Hattrick, be passionate about something. Everyone knows that I am passionate about good grammar. Find your own passions and develop them. Doesn't matter whether it's academic, whether it's athletic, whether it's music, or whether it's fishing. And how many other high schools in this county have a fishing club? Find what you like to do and do it. My mother wanted me to go to secretarial school. She wanted me to be a secretary for the government. I knew I wanted to be a teacher, and all these years later, it is still what I love to do. Find what you love to do and do it. And finally, support the people that you care about. Tell them that you care about them. You never know what tomorrow holds. One of my very best friends in high school, whose birthday would have been yesterday, died 42 years ago in a car accident. My father died while I was living in Germany. School children died in an elementary school in Newtown, Connecticut. People died at the Boston Marathon. Other people died in tornadoes. Make sure those you care about know that you care. This is not just your family and your friends, but the people you work with, the people you see every day, those people who do things for you. Don't find yourself wishing that you had said something when it's too late. As I said at the beginning, it is all about you tonight. You have all reached this level of accomplishment. You are one of the first classes to have been tested constantly since you were in elementary school. But now comes the big test. What will you do next? The roads from Broad Run lead in all directions, but the one constant you will always have is your Spartan spirit. Use it to your advantage. It is a powerful force. I have seen that over and over and over again. Thank you for the honor of speaking tonight. Congratulations and best wishes to all of you. And remember, don't use me as a subject.